So we're live.
We're live! Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Nerdy Up North podcast. It's a nerdy podcast that is hosted by Northern Nerds. I am one of your hosts, Sam.
And I am the creature that is back from the death. So yes, I died last week. Now I'm a
You're
ghost.
looking really good for a dead person.
Dead. If you look at the picture that on the thumbnail, I'm quite green in that as well. No, I didn't have the rage virus, but yes, I am the other host, and we are joined by the fabulous, the beautiful, the lady that puts the woman in nerd, the woman of nerd culture that is Becca.
Hello, and what an introduction that was.
Right. I didn't want to sexualize it because I was like, no, I'm not going to do that.
It was getting a bit close, won't lie.
Start rubbing me shoulders. I was going to say something else. I was like, no, I'm not going to make it that awkward just yet. It is
We're literally 2 minutes in.
It's 8 o'clock on a Sunday. I am apologising for missing last week. I spent the evening in hospital birthing out kidney stones that I've been told is more painful than childbirth. So
I told you not to say that in front of women who've actually had children. I warned you not to say that.
It's the second time he said it.
Because he doesn't learn lessons, that's why.
He doesn't.
It's not from a place of malice, I don't think. I cried in a corner and put like the little baby just rocked. If the stone was only 3 millimeters long, so it's only tiny, any bigger.
Not centimeters.
Not centimeters. If it was, I was telling Sammy before, if it was centimeters, I probably would have chopped my cock off rather than going to pass that bastard. And talking about cocks, we are doing.
Oh yes. What a perfect segue!
So yes, do you want to do the lovely disclaimer there?
I would love to on the back of that. So, everything discussed in today's episode is our opinions and our opinions alone. If you'd like to discuss anything from today's episode, please come and join us on the Facebook page. Join the Nerdy Up North Discord or the comment section where we can have an open discussion. But what we won't have is anyone coming for us and telling us our opinions are wrong, because we can all agree to disagree in fandom. So, let's keep it fun, keep it kind, and keep the toxic behaviour out of nerdism.
Very well said. Yes.
Thank you.
That's been said in front of Richard O'Brien and the BBC and Neil Marshall, Taffeta Darling. Sorry, I'm just going to see if I can make Sammy cry just on this special episode.
So the fact that you you recall where it's been said and it's like, oh shit, yeah. Remember the time when I could only see it being on the BBC? Memories.
So yes, so tonight is a good special episode. This is on the back of Sony Pictures being very kind and send me a little promo gift to promote the home release of 28 Years Later. But not only that, we have not just a fan, we have someone that I would class as an obsessee.
I would say a super fan.
Super fan, yes. Super fan. I am a little bit of a super fan.
A zombie stalker, shall we say?
That would work. It is very well known that I am a big fan of zombie films, and especially this series, so the fact that I did a 28-day countdown to this.
Yes.
You did? Oh my god, it feels like a million years ago, and it really wasn't.
No. It wasn't. It was what, 3 months?
Yeah, it was. We got on the hype train for this though. Like,
yes.
And you especially, like, really did.
Becca's been to visit all the fucking set pieces as well. She's went, I've been to Holy Island. That's where they got chased down.
I went to Holy Island and everything 3 weeks ago.
Where
have we been? Haven't even seen the Angel of the North for a while.
I've drove past it, but that's a few points that will come across when we're talking about the movie as well. So do you want to do your taglines? So,
yes, I do.
Because you nearly forgot them, and the panic before we went online.
Sorry, it's, I had my thing. Oh god, that's so bright. So sorry. Sorry. Wow, I'm so shiny.
It's full goth mode. Yes.
Okay, so first one is time didn't heal anything.
Yes.
Okay. Next one. There's only 2. In 28 days it began. In 28 weeks it spread.
Right.
In 28 years it evolved.
That one.
In a world Yeah, that's a really good tagline. And the fact that there was only two as well was really, really good. There's your taglines.
Certainly. So before we get into this movie, just to, it's quite an interesting one because this movie has split everyone who, like, I would say, not just the horror community, but anyone who like enjoys the movies and stuff. It's very much the people I've spoken to. There's no middle ground with this. They either really like it or they really don't like it. And I can understand both viewpoints as well, because me and Sammy were guesting on another podcast a few months ago. It feels like a few months ago, but it was probably only last month, where we talked about Lost Boys. But 28 years later, it was brought up, and the host for that really hated this movie.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all.
Maybe because they were from the South, but again, we'll not get into that. But
I was going to say you can't acquire for taste, but then I'm just realizing who's sitting here with us. I'm only joking, Southerners. I like yous really.
But I think this is a very much a northern movie as well, like as a whole. But with Becca, with you being a super fan, where do you stand on this movie? Because it's very different from the ones that came before it.
This film so much. Not just because I had really high expectations. Well, I didn't actually have high expectations because I went into this film completely blinded. I didn't actually watch any trailers. I literally didn't watch anything. I didn't even know, is it Ralph Fiennes?
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was in it.
Right.
Wow.
So he was a complete surprise because I didn't want anyone else's opinion jumping on me and telling me how I should enjoy this film. So I obviously went to go see it at the cinema the second day it was out, and it's very different from the first two films. But those two first films are very different from each other.
Yes.
I always find that these type of films are designed to be different from the previous one, and I don't just mean like the directorial style or anything like that, or the visual styles. They're I like to think of them as they're isolated films because you wouldn't necessarily need to know about the previous films to enjoy this film. And that's really what I love about the 28 series. It's such a good film, and you can jump in at any point, and you don't even need to watch them in order really to enjoy.
Yeah.
No, I completely get that, but to jump on your little point there about the isolation part, but you can watch each of these films in isolation. The last one's going to change that a little bit because I didn't know this before. Because I came out and was like, "What the fuck's going on?" Like, it is very confusing. I don't know how you guys stood. I didn't know this was going to be a trilogy before going to see this movie.
I did actually know that.
Right,
I did too.
Could have fucking told us.
Sorry, I don't know what I love. I love a good zombie film. Like, you know, Dawn of the Dead's one of probably my favorite zombie films. And thought I'd pay homage with Night of the Living Dead, even though it's got, you know, jack shit to do with this series. But I watched this. What's the word I'm looking for? In a run. So I did the first one, the second one, and then straight away did the third one. I was immersed in this world. And you are absolutely right, Becca. You could jump in and you don't have to watch the first two to watch the third one or vice versa. But it does really help. I think these movies are so good at evolution. And the fact that, you know, from the first one to the last one, there's a clear change and shift in this virus that they have. I was so immersed, so fully immersed in it. So by the time I'd got to this one, I was like, oh Christ, what else are they going to throw? I was like, is Robbie Carlyle still going to be alive somewhere? Because Jesus Christ, would he not die? Honestly convinced myself he was going to be hiding somewhere.
Would not have surprised me.
But I was enamored by it. Like, it took us by surprise how much I thoroughly enjoyed. And I don't know, actually I do know because I watched it again by itself and still had that same feeling. So it wasn't a case of the first two helped. Does that make sense? The first two didn't help us. It felt great to be a part of that world in its entirety.
And I love that aspect as well, with you saying that aspect of this film, because I had trepidation going into this movie, not because of like I knew it was going to be a good film. I knew it was with it being showcasing the Northeast and being predominantly in the Northeast, because we have had the Northeast shown in movie or TV, and we have been made a laughing stock. We have
Hey,
never
pet.
we have never been taken seriously. We have never been showcased for what makes the Northeast beautiful or wonderful, or kind of like why people are so endeared by coming to the Northeast. And that's where I was thinking, I was getting, oh, they're going to have these people in, do the dodgy accents and say things that we do, like that are stereotypical, that people think we say in certain ways. But they didn't do that.
No.
Yes, they had the mannerisms, they had the isms for like the way they said things, but the way they showcased and talked as well, they were like, the party scene is fluent, Geordie. I'll be honest with you. Is when the father character, Aaron
Taylor Johnson,
Taylor Johnson, is basically bragging about his son being the zombie killer. That was so northern. That was basically, I could imagine my dad doing that. Like, instead of being killing the zombie, like Paul went out and scored his first try in rugby. He took on this one. That felt so authentic Northeast to me. I got goosebumps. I was like, this is just like, they've taken us serious for once, and that kind of meant a lot more to us than I was expecting.
Oh, that's lovely. I was worried the accent, because you're right. We have had, there's one that comes to mind. It's the canoe program that was on ITV. Pet.
Yeah.
Do we say E a lot?
No.
Shut up. Yeah, I was really worried about the accents, and then when I was doing like, because once I'd finished the film, I was like, well, clearly I've got to know everything about it now. And the only genuine Northerner is the kid.
Yeah.
Everyone else is, and Jodie Comer. Oh my God,
wow.
Can that woman do an accent?
Yeah.
I heard so many people I know in her voice.
I was just crying.
It was like, crazy.
With the way she was, you're a cunt. I was like, get in.
Yes. Yeah. Aaron Taylor Johnson, at the moment, that guy can do no wrong for me. He's just knocking it out of the park with everything that I am seeing him in. I know I'm not the hugest fan of Nosferatu. That did not mean I did not enjoy his performance. There was something else that I'd seen him in, and he's just seems to be just doing so well, and I was so pleased he took the time and care to learn how we talk, because that speech could have gone so wrong.
Yeah.
In so many ways, and it was so important for it was building the where this community is, and it was explaining like how important what he just done was to the whole community. So yeah, it could have gone quite terribly wrong, but he did so. Everyone did. There was not one. There's not one bum note or bum accent done in here.
Yeah, and I know we can laugh about it now, but how basically they were walking from Holy Island to the Angel of the North within.
It took them 2 minutes.
2 minutes, and we know how difficult, like I say, and even in the wrong direction they're going.
What got me was, where's the fucking motorway at?
Yeah.
I was like, where's the A1 gone? Like, would have it completely overgrown?
I think they were staying off like the main track and beaten track, and one thing I wanted to talk about as well, because I would class 28 Days Later as a zombie film. 28 weeks later, definitely. This, I don't think I would class this as a zombie film at all. It's a dystopia film. Yes, it's got a few zombies in, but they're not the main focus of this story. They're not the main focus of what's going on in this movie. It's about, like, say, the relationship and survival in this world. That's where I think a lot of people didn't enjoy this movie as much, because they were expecting, oh, it's going to be rage virus taking over. It's no, like, the rage virus is kind of burning out, and we're getting a few shit fat zombies. Then we've got the alphas that with the massive dick that could knock over a tree with its own penis.
Well, it's the evolution of the virus as well, and they portray this in Becca, help us out. Is it Dawn? No, Land of the Dead.
Land of the Dead. It's
Yes,
one where
Land-
they get the thinking zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Land of the Dead kind of goes into the evolution of zombies. They've kind of evolved, and why would they not? You know, evolution is a thing, and regardless of the state. And I love that aspect of it. That it's, you're right. There's so much more to this than just the virus aspect of it. But I love what Danny Boyle has managed to do with it. It's not stagnant. We're not in the same place we were 20 years ago. Things have evolved and changed, and this is the result of it. This is, you're seeing that with the bloated out zombies. Look at the state of them. They are what would have been 28 years before. Now we are, look at these, and the alphas are terrifying. Like, I thought I was scared at the bloated zombies because there were silent killers.
Yeah.
Like, how creepy they crept. Like, you didn't hear anything, but my God, was I shaken up when I saw the size of that. Like, forget the dong.
But I have to admit, so I watched this in the cinema and I didn't see that because I think I was so wrapped around with whatever else was happening. It wasn't until Chris had actually mentioned that, and I was like, "What?"
You are
And
such an innocent. Your eyes are so innocent. It's where my eyes went to straight away.
I can't remember if I actually had my lens in, so
I was like, grab my glasses.
I'm sorry, Becca. Even if you didn't have your lens, that would have put your eye out.
I just think I was so wrapped up in what was going on, and the fact that I was very excited. I was on my own little adventure. I went to the cinema by myself. I had those little. I had the seats that went backwards. I was in my own little element.
That's so isn't it so? Oh, I love it. Isn't it so like empowering just to go to the cinema by yourself?
Yeah.
Like, I love it.
I was living my best life. But yeah, viruses, you know, they mutate, they evolve. But also, as you now realise, Paul, this film is part of a trilogy.
Yeah.
So this is setting up that trilogy.
Yeah.
It's not just going to be how it was.
No.
You know? And what I'm liking is I'm really hoping, because they've got the same director and writer for the next one, the same type of style is going to go on, and people are going to maybe go back and appreciate this film for setting up this new world.
Yeah.
I think you are right.
Yeah.
It's not your stereotypical zombie film.
No.
It has elements of it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was designed to be your stereotypical zombie. In all honesty, I don't think it was.
Yeah, and you've said really something quite interesting, and I wanted to it's kind of something I want to touch on with this, how this film was designed. And again, I think this is the perfect word for this type of thing, because everything in this movie is by design. You are made, when you're watching this film, and again, I'm not saying this as a bad thing, you are made to feel uncomfortable. Like everything from the sounds to the music to the speeches to the camera angles, and again we'll talk about the cameras and how they use it later on. Everything is designed to put you in a kind of like an uncomfortable position until you get to the Bone Temple, where everything kind of is eased away, because the conversations and the tones that is talked about in this movie are so uncomfortable, and people are scared to have these conversations. It's like his mum is basically dying, and his dad's just pretending that it's not happening. Oh, she'll be fine. We'll just keep her in bed. His son's doing everything he can, bless him, to get his mum better, and he finds a way through. And the way that, because this movie is all about death, like people like with the virus and everything coming on and basically passing and moving on. When we get to the Stone Temple with Ralph Fiennes' character, he looks so sinister and so scary, but he is one of the most softest and most beautiful souls you will ever meet, and he treats everything as a doctor would, with kid gloves, but he doesn't bullshit.
No, it's so matter of fact.
Yeah.
What I like is he's treating death with dignity.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God, that is such a beautiful way of putting it. Because I don't see this movie as solely predominantly death, which is quite shocking for me. I see it more as love. There's a lot of love and respect behind it, and it's the love and respect for life, and the not, you're right. There was no bullshit behind him. But when you saw that, I know Becca didn't, but when I saw the trailer, instantly I was like, oh my God, it's Ralph Fiennes. He's going to be fucking horrifically terrifying. We've seen how good he does bad guy. And for it to be flipped, and it's like, oh my God, no, he's probably one of the most beautiful people you'll ever meet in this universe. He is that Bone Temple. I want to live there.
I wouldn't like this. I wouldn't like the smell. I'll be honest. I wouldn't like the smell.
Hey, he was covered in, what do you call it?
I design. Oh,
he probably didn't have any smell. Yeah. So like probably burnt out. Yeah. That whole section of that movie.
Iodine, wasn't it? Iodine, that was it.
Iodine, that's it, yeah. That whole section of the movie was, but I don't want to say it better than the rest, because that's not the case at all. But I was so intrigued by that. So when I found out that the Bone Temple was going to be a thing, I was like, oh God, that totally explains the short time that we are there for, and I'm happy with that.
You know why that is though? Because all the way through the movie, you're uncomfortable and tense. It eases up and it relaxes you. It allows you to feel comfortable.
Which is crazy.
It's when like the music. I found before that part there wasn't much music. It was there was a lot of silence, or you know, as we had right at the beginning with the Boots poem.
Yeah, boots.
But that's a psychological training, you know, exercise, isn't it? But that I found up until that part there isn't that much music, or if there is music, it's very, very subtle. And then you kind of get the moment where the mum passes away, and that's when the musical underscore very much kicks in. And very much like you, Sam, I was like, oh, okay, the film.
I didn't expect to cry. No. And bearing in mind, when I first watched it, I'd been, you know, I got very attached to the people in the first one, like incredibly attached, to where like I did have a little moment, but in like going into the second one, it was just all go, go, go. Yeah. And then this one, it was like, I honestly didn't expect to have a full on meltdown at the end, because that was probably one of the most beautiful and dignified, that is such the greatest way to put it. This woman had suffered so much, and he was going to allow her to take a less painful way to pass over, and for her son to know that she is finally at peace.
Yeah,
that was such a beautiful way of put. And I know it wouldn't have. It could have gone one or two ways. He could have been very angry at the fact, like he did show some anger, but it wasn't. I think he kind of like worked through it, that this is not meant to be, like, this is not meant, he's not out here to hurt us on purpose.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't know,
went through all the stages of grief.
Yeah.
But in a short time to wait, because I think within this world that he now lives in, he hasn't got time to do grief like we would in our in our normal life. He has to, think a lot quicker than what we ever would have to, because it's in his world, it's life and death.
Yeah. So with this film as well, it is not beyond its controversy, shall we say? That's probably the best way to put it. In the realm of
I forgot about that.
No, I'm not. That's not that big. In the realm of, it's intrigued us because we get things in this movie that doesn't get explained, which is perfect, because as I said, we're getting a trilogy. The train scene where we have a zombie giving birth to a child crazy. Is one of, as I said, it is controversial because you see the full birth, and for the zombie lore as well. I know it's difficult because you get people in the communities online kicking off saying, "Oh, you can't call them zombies." Well, rage victims. What do you want us to say? Giving birth to a normal baby. I know that baby's not going to be normal. That's the thing, because
not in this world.
No, but
definitely not in this world.
I love the fact that, as I said, now we're getting the trilogy. They don't kind of explain that, like what's going to happen or how it's going to be, and especially with the Alpha Samson having such an attachment to the kid as well.
Yeah, there's a lot that's now gonna have to be explained, but didn't need to be in that moment. You just need to get used to the fact that this is how the virus has changed from how you originally knew it. It's not it's not so much rageful anymore.
Mm-hmm.
There was a different level of attack.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than how it was. Take Robbie Carlyle, for example. He was just fucking off his tits.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as in, like, rage just come. I know he has that kind of moment where you feel like he recognizes the people who were there for a second, but then it just goes tits up. It's so evolved. It blows my mind that that's where he's gone from and to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I didn't expect that. I thought we would, because I'd been in the world where it was 28 weeks, 28 days, 28 weeks. I expected things to be in that same place, and it wasn't, and it was really, really refreshing. And it's exactly how I felt when I watched Land of the Dead. Land of the Dead got exactly the same critics. The fact that the zombies evolving, how could that be? How the fuck do you know what happens? Because it's not fucking real.
But it started that started in days. That evolution of the zombie lore started in days, and then obviously 20 odd years later it carried on in Land. And yeah, I do think they've taken a page from George Romero's lore book, so to speak, and developing their lore.
Yeah, but that makes it more interesting, because if it was the same old thing, you would have 3 films just fighting against the same thing. The threat level's got to evolve. But it's just, as you said, I love the fact that this is clearly a sequel, but with no Easter eggs from what's gone in the past.
No.
That's the thing. It didn't say, didn't think it needed to rely on saying, look at this little nod, this person, or this little story. It was that was quite refreshing. But there's so many open-ended questions that's got me like the child is really like going, what's going to happen there? The mask, they made a big thing about the mask at the school, like with the flashbacks and like what like that's got to be something. Otherwise, like, why have such a cool looking mask?
Yeah, it seemed very, very like ritualistic, like something like very Wicker Man.
Yeah,
I don't know why I got such Wicker Man vibes from it.
100%.
Sorry, you were making such a good point, and I was like ready to jump in with something, and I've totally forgotten. I'm so sorry.
No, it's just like there was so many different aspects, and again, what throws you as well, it takes you out of the whole like scene. Like the opening is basically you're getting Jimmy's origin story, and starting off with the fucking Teletubbies. I did not see that coming.
Okay, this part and the part at the end, completely screwed with my head for weeks. Like,
really?
Yeah, completely screwed with my head, because I was like, they've got Teletubbies, they've got Power Rangers. I literally was like, oh my God, they have gone back to the 90s. They've literally thought about what's on television then. What life would have been like if we didn't have the last 30 years. And that was the moment it stopped. And it literally screwed my head for weeks.
Yeah.
I kept going over that moment.
Seeing what would still be there, what things would we have lost out,
like,
what we have missed
I had to take, and it's quite funny because obviously I run a zombie writing game that's set in the UK, and it gave me so much writing fuel to think around. Like, for weeks and weeks and weeks, I was going to players going, have you seen the film? Can we talk about it? Have you seen it? Have you seen, just to kind of reflect and do that. But it did screw my head for a few weeks, because I was like, oh my God, like it's paused. And that is where they've paused, like Teletubbies. And obviously other things that come out later at the end of the film.
Yeah. What I absolutely loved about that scene is we're still in the rage part of the virus. So it does make you feel like, oh, well, we are just going to continue on from the last two. And that's when the shift happens, and you like kind of, I don't think we realized at the time, and I don't think you might have until the very end when you meet said person again, and you're like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
Well, that was one of the things, because before it came out, it said this, like it came out, these people are in this film, and Jack O'Connell is a big name after he's going to the moon now with some of the roles he's done.
Isn't he?
But I was thinking, okay, where's he going to show up? And he doesn't actually show up until the end. And again, because I'm that engrossed in this movie, because you cannot take your eyes off this movie. That's the thing. Because if you take it captures everything. And when he appeared in it, I was going, oh yeah, it's Jack O'Connor. Why the fuck does he look like Jimmy Savile?
So we're going to do it. We're going to talk about it.
We're gonna do it. I think we're there.
Yeah, I think we are, yeah.
But as Becca said, like, if this stopped in the 90s, there's no non-skate. Jimmy Savile is still a saint.
Yeah, this is the genius part of it and I thought it was brilliant because
100%.
Well, you're absolutely right though, Becca. In his life, time stopped at a certain period. Why would he not be like that? Why would this man who was so disguised in the work that he was doing that nobody knew until afterwards? So why would he not have that as
like
it's odd? Yeah, it's odd that he has him as a hero, but bearing in mind we have no idea what it is he was watching, because Power Rangers clearly played a huge part in it, a huge part with the formation that they had. But Jack O'Connell is just making so many good choices. I thought it was genius what they did, and I know a lot of people had a lot of thoughts just like on it. I loved it. I thought it was a brilliant, and it really kind of like in a moment where it's so somber. This kid has lost his mum. He's now starting to realize that
he's lost respect for his dad.
Yeah, that's gone, and now he's like trying to figure things out by himself at such a young age, and he has that encounter before these guys even show up, and you then, oh shit, okay, this is where we're at now. Like it's such a moment of, okay, oh, it's all right now.
Like, how do we go forward with this? But yeah, and
where are we going with this? Like, oh my god!
But it's such a right. This film was very, very surreal, and that is how it ends. It's a very surreal moment, but it also, the fact that they've chosen Jimmy. They've obviously, the main character from the first film is Jim, and I literally was all the way through thinking, oh, that kid is Jim, from the first one. And I was like, well, no, it's not, because he was an adult.
Yeah.
And I was like, who is this Jim? And then obviously when you see one of the rage victims in the cottage, he's got Jimmy etched into his chest. And all the way through, you kind of have these moments and you're thinking, oh, okay, it's just going to be Jim. We're going to see him in the last couple of seconds. And then you've got Sir Jimmy Crystal. And it's so completely different. And I have to do a public apology, because there was a man sat next to me who had to put up with me all the way through the film going, oh my God, what the fuck's going on? Oh my God. And at one point, I think I kind of went, look. And I feel like I owe an apology for this moment, because I just went, what the? Like, I was stunned, and I just kind of sat there and I was like, and even this man, he went, I feel the same, love.
I love that though.
But like, I didn't know who this man was. And obviously he got, unfortunately, sat next to me through this film, and I was just like,
oh, I love that though. But do
you not think that reaction is because of the style and the tone of the movie we've had up until this point?
Yeah.
Then it just goes not. We're talking about like in a dystopia world where zombies and the UK has been quarantined and stuff like that, but now it's gone to the realm of like a little bit of fantasy where we get Ninja Jimmy,
and I'm here for it.
Yeah,
and like as you said, fighting the same style as Power Rangers, all with like the white wigs or white hair, the gold chains.
It was like the remix of the Teletubbies theme tune.
Yeah, it was.
That last minute of this film was so surreal.
And fantasy is such a great word for it, but I didn't. So on first watch, I didn't piece things together. So when you do see the guy who's been hung upside down and left in the cottage, and the young kid's like, oh God, why would someone do that to someone? And there's like, Jimmy was here, like written on the side of the house. Now I didn't piece any of that together because I was so involved in this. I was like totally immersed that there was things that I was missing. It wasn't until the second watch and I went, oh my God, there it is. There it is. There's another reference. He's been here the whole time. I have not been paying close enough attention because we're thinking about this poor kid and the journey that he's on. We're totally missing. Oh, I'm totally missing all these other references that are around us. Jimmy was there the entire time. Loved it.
But it's Jimmy, obviously, Jimmy Savile, that was
Yeah.
It just links
Come
into
on, man.
the
It's
whole
so
thing.
brilliant.
It is. But this is why I think a lot of people outside of Britain don't get this film as much.
No.
Because of those references, I
Yeah.
think. Because I obviously Jill, who's on the Nerdy Up North Discord, she had to actually Google a few references to understand
like where it was coming from.
What's going on and what reasons why we were all
listen.
Like,
yeah.
I listened to last podcast on the left, and they did a whole episode on Jimmy Savile, and they kept calling him Jimmy Savile. And it was so annoying. So there was people messaging them saying, you need to look up the pronunciation. So when they talked about, they loved this movie. And when they talked about this movie and the fact that Jimmy Savile was referenced in it, they kept correcting the name all the time. I thought it was a genius move. We, as people, know what this man did. We are not fucking stupid. We're really not. But to reference it back to the fact that this is, in this world, we don't know that.
Yeah, or these kids wouldn't have known that.
Nobody knows it. In this world, he would have still been the saint that he portrayed himself and masked himself to be. So it made total sense to me when the reveal happened.
And it gets me excited for the next movie. I know you're supposed to look at it as like a one movie thing, but if this is a trilogy, how scary that gang would be, especially because Jack O'Connor has the ability to literally terrify the life out of you. Like if anyone's watched Sinners this year, he plays sinister, scary, so well. And
he's so unpredictable. That's the thing.
And I think in this type of world where the young kid Spike is so innocent and trying to basically move through it as well. It's gonna be such a moment, and I think this one wasn't the scary film. I'll be honest. Like, say, if it was the uncomfortable one, the next one's going to be the shit your pants horror movie that we.
The tree. I can't. Is it the sycamore? The sycamore gap tree. I love the fact that was there. That was such a lovely touch.
CGI. They put it in a CGI because it was filmed afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember when that happened. It was like round about this time 2 years ago, and it was devastating. Like, absolutely, that's like a public landmark for us. So I love the idea they paid homage and had it in there, because obviously that wouldn't have happened in this world.
Yeah, because even though we've got monsters, we've not got bellends who do stuff like that.
Good point. Good point. We may have rage baiting zombies in here, but we don't have dickheads. I love the fan theories as well around this when it was leading up to it, because especially that image of the very pale and thin zombie was revealed, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, it's Cillian Murphy!" I loved it.
He's obviously his girlfriend told him everyone's going to think that's Jim.
That's you.
And he was like, no. And he was like, oh, he actually owed her an apology.
Yeah, they are. He's actually executive producer. He still works in these movies, which I thought was brilliant. I was like, I love the idea that he still is coming back to it. Even though he's not in it, he's still working in it.
Rumours kicking about. He might be playing a part in one of the trilogy, though.
I hope so. It would be so, like...
Full circle moment type thing.
Yeah, and it's only 28 years. It's not like... There's not a huge gap.
Come as a Peaky Blinders zombie.
Fuck yeah. Oh, that'd be so cool.
Blue eyes with a red right hand playing over it.
What I think is brilliant about Danny Boyle is that he treats his movies like indie movies.
Yeah.
Everything is done within the indie realm, especially the way that he films things. Like me and Anth were talking about this, and he was like, I don't get it. I don't get the hype around it and why people love these movies so much. And I was like, I don't know. To a degree, I can get where you're coming from, because there can be, if you break it down, it can come across quite basic. But if you're really going into the background of it, then you will find something other than basic in there. But what I also think is really helpful is the way that Danny has evolved, not just his virus, but also his ability of using different methods to shoot the movies in.
Greatest advertisement for an iPhone you'll ever get, this movie.
I lost my mind when I saw how he did that running scene with just the rig and the iPhones around it. I was like, oh my god, he's a fucking genius. That is so clever. That must have had so much patience as well. Imagine like all them different angles, and you're like, right, we got to like doing a TikTok video is fucking hard enough. Like, I couldn't even imagine the editing for that.
I do question not the fact that they did use like the iPhone. I think it was 15 or 14
15.
15 Pro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't I don't mind that they use it. My question is, why did they? That's the thing.
Because
Like,
he's using it, he's doing it. It's evolution of filmmaking and different ways and different techniques, and
mm,
it's not a case of, oh well, yeah, you could just go and get a camera. It's
mm,
easy enough done. But why don't we have a look and see what the effect of this can do and this can bring out in this moment? Bearing in mind, this moment is fucking terrifying. You have a giant of a man with a huge fucking swinging dong coming at you.
oh
That
no, the first one
how do
didn't have a
we?
big dick. It was the second one that had a big dick.
The first one is the guy from the Holy Islands one, isn't it?
Yeah, he was the
Yeah.
little dick alpha.
That was that freaked me out.
Yeah.
How silent in
Mm,
water he
mm,
ran.
Yeah.
And how silent that moment was as well. And at the
mm.
same time, I'm looking at the sky going, "Oh my God, isn't that so pretty? Holy shit! Look behind you!" It was one of those moments when you're like, "Look behind you, he's
Yeah.
coming!" Yeah, I feel like he like I said, he treats all these movies as an indie style movie. So
Mm,
why not push and evolve and do something different
yeah.
to make it stand out
Mm.
even more? Um,
I know with all the attachments, it was more than just an iPhone that was the film, but the fact that they did it hands off, but again, was it more just to show that what can be done? And again,
mhm,
like it's interesting that not any shot was out of place. Everything kind of looked like the way it should have done.
yeah.
Everything looked stunning and just amazing. So,
Mhm.
again, it's not about the tools that you've got. It is down to the filmmaker and
But
the people that you've got surround you that's making these films as well.
100%, but it also shows future filmmakers, look at what we did with this.
Hmm.
But
So
Danny
it's
Boyle,
kind of helping the indie scene.
But
Go on,
no,
sorry, Becca.
but no,
to say,
sorry. I was going to say it scares me because I saw a movie trailer that Lee did earlier, and oh no,
but Danny Boyle is very much like this. You know, the first 28 days film was shot in digital. It's one of the first films to be shot in digital.
hmm
Mhm.
So it's not a new realm for him because he
mm,
does like to do this. He
yeah,
does
Mhm.
like to do this type of thing.
hmm
I
So
think I think he likes to push the envelope, and it all like I say, it shows other besides Lee, it
mm,
shows other people who are wanting to be filmmakers. That we did this whole movie
hmm
on a fucking iPhone. Like, look at what the ability that you could be able to do.
yeah,
I know that he treat like I say, not only treats his filmmaking in an indie style, he also does his um how he produces, how he gets the movie out as well. It's all done indie
hmm
style. It's not a case of he has all this money and he goes and sells it to studios.
yeah.
He didn't confirm that the trilogy was going to happen until he had the funding for it.
Right. I know
Um
he's basically the trilogies. I think the majority of the trilogy's already been filmed because the film stuff next to the Nightingale Centre that wasn't used in any of the movie for this one. So again, I'm thinking, is that going to be used for the few like the other two? Because the next one comes out in January, and
Well,
then
that's Nina DaCosta's doing that one, which I think's really brave of him to be able to hand over not only to another director, but to a female director as well. Take the reins, go off
Mhm,
and do
mhm.
kind of thing.
the first two were shot back to back. It was the third one that was in doubt that he didn't have the funding for. But
Hmm.
Right.
obviously now he obviously has the funding
Yeah.
because
Yeah. No, that's what I was wondering. And the only thing, again, what I wanted to talk about as well, which I thought was an absolute masterpiece of um like showcasing how the world works. Because as I said earlier, the way this is now, the UK is in full isolation. How we've basically, as Becca said, the time has stopped in the 90s and hasn't progressed. It's just basically there. The rest of the world has been going on, and it's kind of showcased where we get the
Yeah.
Icelandic soldier that comes in, and he's talking to this kid about things that we would think was normal or have like day-to-day conversations, and it, like for poor Spike, this must have been some of the most batshit bizarre conversations. It's like you talk about the internet, you're talking about what's this black thing? Why is it? It's like a square. It's a phone. What's a phone? What's the internet? What's deliveries? And it's just mind blowing, like everything that you take for granted now. And you thought, and again, rightly or wrongly, I thought the whole world would have been the same, like the wooden thing. But putting the UK back just by isolating is a scary thought.
So
that could actually happen.
Can I just confirm, was it the whole of the UK that was isolated because we're the ones out, the virus has broke out from us and the world just went, right, we'll shut them out.
Yeah.
So it's the whole of the UK that's been shut out.
The whole of the UK. So the attack that happened in Paris, because obviously 28.
Yeah.
So they basically missiled Paris. Paris is no more. So they stopped the rage virus there. That's it. It didn't get any further. And they basically, NATO have isolated the UK. They have like roving like ships going around.
Yeah, I just I wasn't too sure, and I couldn't remember. It was just one of those details that kind of slipped my mind, but it just reminded me so much of Neil Marshall's Doomsday.
Yeah.
When the you know, this outbreak happens and they literally lower the border to the northeast and we're just completely isolated. It's like, oh, once again, northeast get cut off. God damn it. That was too real, that mind. That was so that movie, because it was just far too fucking real. I was like, oh god, that would happen as well. And you're right, Paul. Why would, you know, we're not exactly the biggest island. It would be very easy to quarantine us completely from the world.
Yeah.
So much.
No. And it was such an interesting, like, kind of like almost like I know we don't talk about political stuff mostly, but it was kind of like a political clapback, and like saying, this is, if we don't pull our finger out and like start kind of moving forward with the times and stuff, this could actually fucking happen to us as well.
Yeah.
With backward thinking and arseholes in charge. Sorry.
Well, I think Sarah's hit the nail on the head about as much as we deserve right now.
But yeah, it's such an interesting piece because there's so many different layers. There's so many different things you can take from this. This is why when you have conversations with people and people say, "Oh, I just didn't like the movie," it's like, well, I can understand not enjoying certain aspects, but there's so much different things you can get from this movie. It's, as you said, it's a horror movie, but it's, again, it can be a political satire. It could be, as I said, a love story between, like, say, a son and his mother, and again, grieving, and almost like Steel Magnolias at times, like going through all the different stages of like refusing to basically accept the inevitable, but then trying to change it, and in a world but where these things, where if they could be treated, are not possible now because hospitals have gone, doctors are a thing of the past, which is scary as fuck.
It's terrifying. That whole scene though between them three was so much more than just him giving a diagnosis. We knew she had cancer.
Yeah.
I think like from the minute you see her, it's clearly something is metastasized and it's getting worse and worse and worse. And it's, you know, she's she's completely isolated on this island. We don't know what their healthcare system is. It's probably non-fucking existent.
They don't have a doctor.
A bandage is probably as far as they'll get with like medication wise. It's just it's so much deeper than I don't know, it's so hard to explain. I have and I think I found this more this year than ever, that I have such a deep connection with movies that handle grief. I think I've spoke about this before. There's so many films that I've seen this year and how people handle grief, and I have such a moment with it, because I don't think you realize when you've dealt with grief in a way for yourself for so long, and then you see someone else's way of it. It's just, I don't know. I'm talking shit. I know I am. I find it.
It's not talking shit. It's understanding how you relate, and you find things that.
But I'm finding it more this year than ever that I have seen that. I know. I'm getting on.
Old lady.
I'm gonna be 51 next year. I'll be 51 next year, so look out.
I think everything hits people in different stages, but I think this, especially as, and I know it's quite apt, but I think this movie hit the nail that like what we needed this year for like storytelling. Like we are having
100%.
such a great year when it comes to like say not just horror movies but movies in general, where people are pushing boundaries, people are trying different things, and it's becoming, because people have been crying out for years, oh, Hollywood's just remaking the same old stuff, they're not trying new things, they're not trying new stories. Well, they are. You just have to go out and find it.
Yeah.
Like Sam watched a movie on Saturday night. I don't think she is still trying to comprehend it. Like Jordan Peele's Him. That is probably the most crazy batshit film you would see. Weapons is one of the cleverest films. And not forgetting, like Sinners is one of the most original vampire movies we have seen in decades.
Oh, it blows my mind that happened this year, because how much has come out of him is, I tried to talk it out with Paul, and I was like, I can't really like put it. It's so weird, but it's not a bad weird. It's just, it's so different.
But I think with this, especially with 28 years later, they could have just done a love letter to the franchise, and the fans would have ended up.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
They didn't. They were brave, and they went at this movie with so many different complex tones, complex conversations, difficult conversations that a lot of people don't like to have. And they started the fucking movie with Teletubbies and finished it with Jimmy Savile. What more can you like ask?
The fact that you can even say that about a movie is crazy. Like, it starts with Teletubbies and it ends with Jimmy Savile.
That literally sums up the film.
Yep.
Doesn't it? It's so wild.
Yes.
I'm excited to see where this.
Me too.
Yeah.
I really am. I'm going to be there on the January the 26th. I'm going to be there.
But I love that as well, though. How long has it been since we've talked about future movies or movies that we're seeing, and we're getting excited about it? And I know probably the last time we were getting this kind of buzz was when Endgame came out, because we're nerds and we love anything with Marvel, and we had 10 years of build up to get to the climax that we got. Now it's kind of like creativity's poking at people now and saying, look, this is what we're trying to do, this is different. And again, it's just filmmakers telling different stories or being brave and saying, right, the public's been asking for it, let's see what they can give it. And again, look at different TV shows like Dexter, Resurrection, as an example, being brave enough to go, okay, we're going to release this character that is known and loved, do a different slant, and fucking nailing it at the same time. It's again, people have been crying out for this, and if people don't go to the cinemas to see these things, movie studios aren't going to be bothering. That's the thing.
There's such a huge debate on at the moment across social media about cinema etiquette. And how much it's gone out the window, and how people are really deterred from not going to the cinema because of it, and how it's almost like an argument they can't win, because you have no control over that person, and the cinema doesn't seem to give a shit. They've already got your fucking money.
No.
Why they're not caring about what's happening inside. It's such a huge talking point at the moment about cinema etiquette.
But it's like going back to I'm a big advocate for the cinema. I get excitable in the cinema.
Honestly, if you
I don't like
if you ever get a chance to go and watch a film with Paul, do it. Take it, regardless of what film it is, because it is a fucking treat watching that man watch a movie. It's hilarious. It's actually heartwarming how he can actually. He forgets everything. I think etiquette can be out the window in Paul's case because he's not paying attention to anything else other than what's in front of him.
That's why it's like the magic. But similar type of situation. We went to the theater this week seeing Inside Number 9. Again, not going to tell anyone about it because again, it is just a treat. But if you want to see masters of telling a story or masters of keeping you on tenterhooks, that is basically the epitome of storytelling that I've experienced. There was a moment where they were going through the story and you're laughing, you're joking along with the characters, and there's a lighting change and the mood changes and the theater goes deathly silent. Not it's like you get the gasp and it's deathly silent, and it's again that will stay with me for the rest of my life just for that magical moment. And again, that's what we need more now because going back to like Sinners, like that moment in time when they go through the music, that is a moment that when you're in a cinema
It's
with
crazy.
people, you're just like looking around going, am I experiencing this as well? It's fucking amazing. Again, similar to this movie as well, when the moment you get the realization what's going to be happening to his mom, Cole's character, you feel a sadness but calm as well because again, it's a moment, and it's these type of moments that we are dying to keep experiencing.
Yeah, it's such an experience and one that you don't know how to handle it. I will most definitely go to the pictures to see this with you, Becca. But I must warn you, I'm a hitter. So Paul might, get, he keeps to himself. And he can keep his hands to himself. I don't. Ask Jake. If anything happens,
It's okay.
I lash out.
And she tries the popcorn trick on you as well, Becca, so be careful.
Just for you though. No one else.
So,
but yeah, I'm a proper. I proper get like.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I know
okay.
we've waxed lyrical about the movie. I'm going to ask the uncomfortable question as well. Anything you didn't like about the movie?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't necessarily think we got enough scenes on Holy Island. I think they could have done a little bit more there, sharing the community and us getting to see a little bit more between obviously when Spike and the mama left and when we get back to the island. I would have liked to have just seen a little bit more of the dad's reaction and why he didn't leave the island and things like that. But it's one of those ones that you could take it or leave it.
Yeah,
no, I agree. I agree there because you wanted to care about that community. You want to give a damn. So to give us more, to hear more about it, that would have been more interesting. And again, you're right. You're saying how his reactions for most things were, but I know there are strict rules that once you leave the island, you can't. No one will be sent after you.
Yeah.
But it's your son and your fucking wife. You would leave.
You would forget that. I don't know if this is 10 years of Walking Dead fatigue, but I could not give two shits how that community runs because I have seen it 100 million times in every other community that fucking Walking Dead was in. So I just assumed it worked like that. So I can understand it to a degree. As storytelling is kind of world building, it would have been great to know a little bit more of the ins and outs. But yeah, I think it might be just me personally. I'm sick of seeing that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I get you.
Yeah, but I understand from the dad's. I don't understand the dad's perspective. Actually, you are right. I don't understand why he gives such a shit when he realizes he's not coming back, but didn't give a shit enough to actually go and look for him in the first place.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't get that because if my tiny human went off on a big old adventure, I'd be looking for her.
I wouldn't stop. Like, I may not be. I know I'm only a
your
cat
tiny
parent.
human would probably take over the world.
Yeah. I don't think you've got any worries about your tiny human.
She's very
She
tired.
learned from the best.
Tired.
Yeah.
At the moment.
For probably my only complaint was again, it was done intentionally. Was the clips and the editing that this when it was cutting in, showing you the boots. They've done it too intense. No, but they've done it too intensely, so it kind of took you out of the movie. But again, I know it's intentionally to make you feel almost like you like your chest's getting tighter and you're sitting in your chair and you're not like it doesn't want you relaxed. But I think it was just a touch too harsh where it kind of like took you out of the movie at the same time because you never want to be taken out of the movie. You want to still be there. But I think
That was my favorite.
But that's probably me being a little bit hypercritical, like a bit too much. But yeah, that would be my only.
I honestly, on the spot, can't think of anything that I did not like about this movie. I really, I can't. I don't know. There's nothing that I could say. Oh, I just didn't like that. Every part of it felt like it was, fitting into another piece, and I love the idea, and possibly because I'd spent so much time in that world on that day that it just felt natural.
Someone's just commented in the chat saying the guy attaching the arrowhead and shotting it on our end was the best bit. That may have been him. So I might have actually got a cast member in the chat.
Okay, you've waited until an hour in. You've been here the entire time, and you've waited until an hour in to drop that bomb. Bravo, sir. Well, because I would have said that as soon as I come on. Like, I would not have been able to keep that in. Oh, that is absolutely brilliant. Oh, it's an hour in and you're now telling us.
Oh, well, it must have been exciting, though.
Wow.
It's one of those films where, again, if you're in it or you're around it, it'll probably be, like, say, the experience of a lifetime. But it's like, again, it's probably Sammy's excitement if she was an extra in Game of Thrones or something like that.
Hey, I was an extra in Baker Grove, so, lifelong dream lived out there. Yeah, exactly.
I cannot see.
He's blind. He's blinded, Penny's blinded. I was the leather worker for them too. Oh my goodness!
Did you know? Because I know.
Did you know?
Did you know? Because I know a few a few of the influencers have done the tour. You can actually do the 28 years later tour where they'll take you to Holy Island. They'll take you for cocktails. They'll drive you.
We've got a tour guy here, man.
No, we didn't get cocktails from Becca.
She will bring cookies. She will bring baked goods.
Yeah, I'll bring goods. We can have a walk around. It'd be fine.
Oh, we can get Chris to weld something. But yeah,
I think we can leave that one alone. But no, I do like the idea of the fact that it's on our doorstep and like we could literally just go out and I did love seeing all the people going to these spots, and it's like, oh shit, yeah. How many times have I passed that fucking?
You would love the graveyard there.
You know I would.
He literally was walking around going, yeah, this is a whole Sammy vibe. And obviously, but thing is, though, obviously I was there with the tiny one, and she was doing the same thing as what you were doing when we went to the other one. And she was looking at she was getting me to read out the obviously what was on the graveyard, and I was like,
I was so proud when you told me that, because I was like, I'm not the only one. Yeah, when we went round the graveyard, who did we go and see?
Dead things, Sammy.
The lady from the soft dress.
Yes, Sarah would be screaming at us right now.
It's like an era.
Yeah, I can too. But I was telling them that, the whole, me being as morbid as I am, you die, you can technically die twice. The first time your physical body, and then the second time is when the last person says your name for the last time ever. So I made a point of every grave that we walked past that I could see of saying their name. It must have gotten right on Becca and Sarah's tits.
No. All that kept going through my head was, oh my god, this is like us, and we're living part of Coco, from Disney, where so you get
Don't worry, Sammy. I'll pay someone after we've all gone to keep saying your name, so you'll never stop dying.
I'm on YouTube, so it's fine.
That's right. It says you pass as like a kind of agreement.
Will you do one of those videos? I will remember you. Oh my god, that Emily Davison. You put a question mark.
Yeah.
You should. Okay, I don't think that was a name. Was it not No, I don't know. But no, it was Pankhurst. Yes.
It's not, because that's like,
that's her from down south.
Oh.
That's who I thought I was going to see.
It
wasn't. It was a good day though. We had a fun time at the cemetery. Sorry, Jez is replying. I was lucky to work on the two of them. Nice to work in Newcastle too. Getting to go home at night was a belter. Was it, Jez? It was a belter.
That is
absolutely fantastic. Oh God, don't. Don't ever bring that up.
The fear, the anger.
Oh my God. I was the two people who star in that movie. One was in my actual drama class, Chris, lovely, lovely guy. Other one, not so much. Actually, and I'm basing, do you know what it is? I'm basing this off like nearly how many years
20
ago?
years ago now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all right. We never hold a grudge, do we, Sammy?
Not really. Not kind of.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's blown my mind that we actually had somebody in the chat who was actually on it, and he just drops that in at the last second.
That's fine. It's fine. He was enjoying our storytelling. That's
all. Oh, well, that is. Do you know what it is? No, actually, that is so lovely that you didn't just like, because I would have, if it was me, I'd have been straight in the chat. Well, guys, guess what? Did you know?
Did you know that Sammy stood next to the ruby slippers that went for 30 million?
True story.
Well, yes.
True story. We didn't go and see Pankhurst. No, we did not. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I cannot wait to see what Nina DaCosta does with the next one. And that whole just being in that environment, being around the Bone Temple, and how beautiful did he make them skulls look?
Yeah.
How white and beautiful.
Well, just put it in a furnace and get the flesh off. That's all. It
was great. I'm not gonna lie, I loved every aspect of it, and I would genuinely make a Bone Temple if I could.
Who would be whose skull would be on the top?
I'm gonna keep that one to myself.
But yes.
Whose wouldn't be on it all is the question you want to ask. I just outright murder them.
use them as bongos. But yeah,
wow, that'd be so much fun.
But I think, as we said, this movie could have been. Oh, again, I think a lot of people were expecting different things when it came to it. But what we got was a lot more, and I'm glad we got that. And again, if the trilogy continues on this level or this, like, and that sounds really this humanity side, which I'm quite loving and quite think it's not just out terror. I think the next one again, the rage virus victims aren't going to be the scary things. It's going to be man that's going to be the more scary. And again, I'm intrigued but scared at the same time because it's with it being the Bone Temple, like the Jimmys and the Ralph Fiennes character. Ooh, I just. Yeah.
How is that interaction gonna go down? Jez is just saying.
From what we've seen in the trailer, because I've actually looked at the trailer now, because obviously I'm now invested to know what's going on. The trailer looks amazing.
He's saying the set was absolutely incredible and it's one hell of a ride. I love the fact that he's been sat in that chat the whole night.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for joining and listening to our talk and how we felt about it and dropping that bombshell at the end. That was brilliant. I honestly, it blows my mind because I am such the person that I'd be like, well, guys, guess what?
So, Sammy, what is happening tomorrow, you lovely lady?
Well, something a little bit different. We are starting a new series where we are getting to know our spooky neighbours. And we are doing start again. It's called When Monsters Meets Monsters. We are reaching out to the horror community. We realised that we've kind of isolated ourselves a little bit, and thought, hey, let's have a chat with some fellow people. So we have the great, fantastic Sam Munster on from. Oh God, I can never get the order right. Horror, Halloween, and Home. Yeah, if I got the order right, I'm so sorry if I didn't. But yes, and we have Sam Munster on who's going to just basically we sit and talk movies for an hour and a bit. The conversations just go all over the place. It's just a sit down chat to get to know Sam to get to know us, and for you guys to get to listen to our ramblings. So that will be on tomorrow from 10 o'clock over on the Nerdy Up North YouTube channel.
Yes, and someone returned the last weekend on the Saturday, didn't they, Becca?
We did. One is back. We were back from our summer hollybobs and we are talking about tabletop RPGs. So that episode came out yesterday. It was fun. It was
Yes,
nice to get back to our little routine.
It was yesterday. It was Saturday yesterday. Yes, yeah.
Yes, it was.
Please stop. Please stop. My friend messaged us earlier and said Happy Wednesday. I was like, Jesus Christ, where the fuck's this week gone already?
Yeah.
Oh, I love the fact that you're back. The audio, sorry, this has just come to my head. The audio for this episode and Monsters Up North will be available for listening pleasure tomorrow. I know he's not in the chat, but as soon as Lee sends me the files, they will be up.
So yes, so Wonk's back. So they'll be back again in 2 weeks' time. Is that right?
Yes, and we are going to be talking to the ladies from Crits and Gigs, and they are basically a D&D show. Based in the Northeast, and we were lucky enough to meet them when we went to Nerdfest.
Yeah, they were really friendly. We talked about chips with me in the queue.
Oh, was that them?
Yeah, that was them.
Oh, right. Oh, that's right. I remember that queue.
Yes, you were very hungry. Sammy and Jake will be back on Saturday doing the countdown to Doomsday. I think it's Spider-Man this time, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm not, honestly, I will try my best, but I am not looking forward to this one. I don't know why. I'm so sorry, Paul, but the Spider-Man movies just do not. And I don't know if it's because we're literally coming off the end of Endgame, but yeah, Countdown to Doomsday continues. We're heading into a new phase of Marvel. The Infinity Saga is now gone. It's ended. It's done with.
This one is officially the last episode of the Infinity Saga.
As I said, it's ended, it's finished, it's done with, and we move on to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have I got anything else coming out this week? Am I doing anything? I feel like I'm all over the place.
Top Grumps is back on Tuesday. I don't know what they're doing. Poopy Bumhole Man, PP Boo Bumhole or whatever it's called.
I would have generally went to see that with them, mind if they went during the day, just out of pure interest.
Yeah, Lee's got a few things planned in mind. Also, Anime Club is on Friday. Yes. The lovely Phoebe and the wonderful Chris are doing their shizbang. And keep your eyes out. I think Rumblecast is back this Wednesday. I think him and Jake and Sloop are doing some kind of weird Japanese or one. So one I didn't hear about. Then keep your eye out. There might be an official Nerdy Up North quiz coming online soon. So yes.
An official one, you say?
Yes. So that will be fun. I'll try and work out some prizes for people, but we have.
Oh my god! If there's prizes, just be wary. I am really competitive.
Because we were sent a book to review. It was actually a quiz book. I'm just trying to find. I don't think I've got it with us now. Here it is. It's called The Movies Lover Quiz Book by Gary Wigglesworth. How could I forget that name?
Such a cool name.
We were sent a book to review. So the best way to probably review a quiz book is by having a quiz.
Yes.
So we'll see.
Fun times.
So that's that.
A lot happening. A lot going on. Please remember, if you are on YouTube, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything that comes out from all of the great content that we do over here in Nerdy Up North.
So we've got a lot of shit on. And what's happening next week? So next week.
Good question, Paul. What is happening next week? I am completely out. Like, I don't know where we're at.
Well, I do now. So it's the 28th. So we're starting our spooky season early. So technically, this could be the start of the spooky season. This episode.
To be fair, we did do that last year because we did The Shining, Doctor Sleep. Round about this time, so we do start the spooky season quite early here.
Yeah,
it's fine.
And Becca's probably forgetting, but she's back next week.
Yeah. What we're doing?
We've got Sonia joining us as well. We're doing the Cabin in the Woods.
Oh shit! I didn't pick it.
I thought I had another week, but no, I'm back.
Yeah. No. So because this was supposed to be last week's episode. We were supposed to do Dexter tonight.
Yep.
That's right.
So then we've got The Cabin in the Woods. Then we've got our favourite horror movie sequels with Chris. Then we're doing possession movies. So Sammy will be all thing. Then we've got the lovely Kelly joining us for Misery.
Ooh.
And then we've got we've got a new person joining us on the Nerdio podcast. We've got the lovely Steph Best joining us for The Evil Dead. Then for basically with the closest we could get to Halloween is November 2nd. We are reviewing Halloween 1978, the original.
Have we ever done Halloween before? I know Monsters has done Michael Myers, but
we've done The Good, the Bad, and Rob Zombie.
Rob Zombie, that's right. That was fucking hell. That was many moons ago. Yeah. Okay, I forgot about that one.
Because we know Halloween is a busy time for Sammy. It's always her, like say, a little anniversary because she got married around that time. So we try.
That's right.
So we try and keep the Halloween episode or as close to Halloween as easy as possible.
When is my wedding anniversary?
Halloween.
I know it's Halloween. Oh, it's a Friday. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't know what day it was. Yeah. Yeah, I got married on Halloween.
That's right. I've got your back. But yes, thanks. If you enjoyed the episode, and I say thank you for everyone who's listened, thank you for everyone who's joined in, thank you for everyone in the chat. Press the subscribe button, share it, tell your friends, tell your family. If you don't, I'll come and haunt your dreams.
Tell your grandma.
Yeah,
grandma's like me.
Nana's like Sammy, that's the thing. But just wanted to reach out to the community as well, because as we all know, everyone has a bit of a shit time. It's been a shit year. We are proud of what we do. We are proud of the thing. Like I say, I've got a few health issues, and like I say, I've family things. I've got a funeral tomorrow, which I'm not looking forward to. But you guys get me through it. Like I say, I just want to say a big shout out to Sarah, to Phoebes, to Chris, to Lee, Beth, the other Sarah. There's so many different people that get you through each day. Becca, Sam, yous are all, like I say, my nerdy family, and I love yous a lot. So, same bat time, same bat channel.
Stay nerdy, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.